Now, I want you all to know that this campaign is not about personalities. This is about the people. And we have tried very, very hard. My team and I, can we shout out for Team Turner? We've tried very hard to center the people in this district. Too many of our people work too hard for too little pay. Too many of our people have no health care or inadequate health care. Too many of us have seen our jobs shipped overseas. Too many of us live in communities that are unbanked and underdeveloped and left behind. Too many of us live in fear of gun violence or police violence. Too many of our children need better schools, and too many college graduates have mountains of debt. Addressing these material conditions and the lifting people up so that they don't only not fall behind, but they actually get ahead. This is what this campaign is about. And as Congresswoman Barbara Jordan famously said, what the people want is very simple. They want an America as good as its promise. And this campaign is about delivering on that promise. If you, the voters of the 11th Congressional District, do me the honor and send me to Congress, I will wake up every day fighting to raise wages, including passing a $15 an hour minimum wage increase. And while we're at it, let's ensure that women finally get their whole damn dollar. Hello, somebody. Hello. I will wake up every day fighting to create Medicare for all so that health care is finally a right and not a privilege in the United States of America. I will wake up every day fighting for trade deals that work for the everyday people and not just the corporate elites. Hello, somebody. I will wake up every day fighting for investments of communities that have been left behind, whether they are black or white or Hispanic or Native American or Asian American or the swirls in between. No matter how people identify, I will wake up every morning fighting for you. Our LGBTQIA community, all of us, every single marginalized community waking up every day to make sure that nobody gets left behind, and we are creating an America as good as its promise. And this agenda, this people-centered agenda, has some people very afraid. You have all seen the dishonest ads backed by millions from every big money special interest group in Washington, from big oil to big banks to big drug companies. And the question becomes what the senator asked when he was up here: why are they spending all of that money on little old me? I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. We just want to know. And I'm so glad you asked. They like the way things are now. They like it that so few people have so much and so many people have so little. They like a healthcare system that lets them pick our pockets or our pocketbooks and people can't get health care. They profit from a system of tax cuts for the rich. They do not want an America as good as its promise, and they are investing millions to ensure that our voices are silenced. Well, let me tell you something, 11th Congressional District. We gonna make sure that they understand that big money can't defeat big ideas and conscious-minded people. We gonna show them better than we can tell them. And what we are working towards is creating an America where every person can live in security and dignity. We have that America. We need to make sure that we have an America as good as his promise. That's it and that's all. And it's really not asking too much, sisters and brothers. We are the wealthiest country on the face of the earth. And so why can't we have Medicare for all? Why can't we have a Green New Deal? Why can't we cancel student debt? Why can't we have a legal system that does not see black men as somehow more criminal than anybody else? Why can't we have a legal system that treats black and brown and indigenous and poor and white people? Because if we are poor, baby, we are all in the same boat. Hello, somebody. This is about class and caste. And make no mistake, the big moneyed interests, the big powered interests, the corporate interests, they benefit from trying to keep us separated. But there is a song that says, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep the workaday people from each other. We will unite to create an America as good as his promise. So this, I'm trying to close this thing up. Man. You know, when I think about my two grandbabies that came out on this stage and my son, I do think about creating America as good as his promise. And I'm not just doing that for mine. I want yours and 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 yours. We can't leave anybody out. All of us together. That's why I'm fighting. I want to close with a quote from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I want you guys to listen to this with your heart and not with your head. This is what this progressive movement, this freedom fighting movement is all about, because we are 21st century freedom fighters. See, there were fighters before us in the 20th century, in the 19th century, in the 18th century, in the 17th century. This is not new. There has always been people who were willing and courageous enough to go against the status quo. The status quo doesn't work, and we got to change it. So I want you to listen to this with me. He said these words: power without love is reckless and abusive. And love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power at its best is love implementing the demands of justice. And justice at its best is power correcting everything that stands against love. I am running this race for love. I am fighting because of love. I want everybody to be able to live out their greatest greatness for love. So I am asking you, if you are a voter in this district, elect me to be the next congresswoman of this district. God bless you all.